Hello, this is Dr. Srinivas Chaganti Bhaskar from India. We are into research in green power generation. We are using various designs for generation of new technologies for clean and green electrical generations. So in this way, we are introducing ourselves as a research company by name Cow and Calf Dairy Farms Limited, registered in the Register of Companies of Hyderabad. We are into power generation, and we will be explaining to you this particular sector where we are using the flywheels for power generation. So this flywheel is designed for power generation but not for power storing. So in this way we will be explaining to you how power can be generated by using a motor, a flywheel, a gearbox, etc. Now we will be explaining to you the purpose of taking the motor. We are using two different motors. One is a higher capacity and one is a lower capacity. Both the motors are started in the beginning, and the higher capacity motor will be using its energy to rotate the flywheel. The flange will be rotating with this particular motor and taking this particular flywheel to the maximum RPM, that is 3000 to 6000 RPM in just 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the higher RPM motor, the higher capacity motor will be switched off, and the lower capacity motor will be switched on to run and rotate the flywheel for continuously for the given required period of more than 2 hours time. Here the motor will be rotating this particular flywheel for more than 2 hours because the angular acceleration and inertia will be helping this particular system to rotate, and the rotations will be observing one particular common factor, that is the inertia will be common in every particular rotation, but the angular acceleration will differ in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds time. This is the flywheel. This flywheel is attached to this particular design in such a way that anybody with a little energy can rotate this particular flywheel freely. See, I am rotating 8 tons with just one hand. I am not in a position to push it with a lot of force, but with a little force I am in a position to rotate it freely and efficiently. So this should be the flywheel alignment. The bearings in this particular hub, the bearings are there to rotate this particular flywheel, and the entire weight is on this particular plumber blocks. The plumber blocks are the main factor to rotate this particular flywheel freely. So in this way, when we are in a position to rotate this particular flywheel with a comfortable energy coming from one particular hand, that is my left hand, and we are rotating 8 tons of the flywheel very efficiently. So when we are using our little energy, we are in a position to rotate a bigger RPM, I mean to say a bigger weight, and when we are using the motor will be in a position to rotate it much more efficiently. Thereby the motor will be rotating this particular flywheel with non-stop RPM, thereby generating clean and green energy. In this, the flywheel is a disc. So the disc is having little amount of energy, but the torus flywheel, which is having a ring type torus, will be generating the maximum. So always use the torus ring flywheel for generation of clean energy. This is called a plumber block. The plumber block is the house for the bearings. The bearings are inside this plumber block. The bearings are attaching this particular shaft. This is a shaft attached to the flywheel. This shaft is pushed inside the bearings, and the bearing is locked in the plumber block. The plumber block will help this particular thing to balance this particular flywheel when it is rotating in high RPMs. So what we are doing, we are making a guide bearing over here. We are making a guide bearing in this particular area where 2 bearings will be supporting this particular shaft, one side this one and one side that one, so that the guide bearings here will help the rotations and allow this particular plumber block not to have the full stress, but the stress is divided between this bearing and this bearing. These are the supportive bearings to the plumber block bearings. So in this way, the design part is explained in a much efficient way, so that when we are constructing a particular flywheel for power generation, the care should be taken that there will be 2 bearings to support this particular shaft, and then this particular shaft should be resting on these particular bearings, and the plumber block is helping this particular thing only to rotate the shaft of the flywheel. Thereby, the stress is not put on the plumber block bearings. This is the generator attached to the last flywheel. The flywheel is rotating at 3 to 6,000 RPM in 10 seconds. This is the plumber block. The plumber block is having the flange. The flange is attached with the generator. So the generator RPM is always lower than the RPM of the flywheel. The flywheel, when it is rotating at 3,000 to 6,000, in between 3 to 6,000 RPM, the generator will be rotating at 1,000 to in between 150 RPM. We can decide the generator RPM by adjusting the poles of the generator. And when we are using this 3,000 RPM or 6,000 RPM, we are using 1,000 to 750 RPM or to the maximum 150 RPM. So in this, the PMG, the permanent magnet generator, is the most deciding factor, because the lower RPM is making the higher RPM to coincide in this particular area, where the higher RPM will be rotating a lower RPM generator. The weight of this particular rotor is lesser than the weight of the flywheel. The flywheel is always on the higher side and the generator rotor is always on the lower side. The diameter of the flywheel is 3 meters. The rotor diameter is 0.015 meter cube area. That is 9,256 cubic inches is the generator rotor area. Thereby, the difference in this particular dimensions should also be taken care when we are generating energy. When we are using a higher RPM flywheel and a lower RPM generator, this is the key for success for generating clean and green energy. This is the VFD, variable frequency drive. This drive we are using to control the heads, the RPM and the voltage while running the flywheel connected to the motor. This VFD, variable frequency drive, will be operating the RPM, will be monitoring the RPM of the motor as well as the RPM of the flywheel. Thereby the RPM is controlled in such a way that in 10 seconds this VFD will make the flywheels go from 3,000 to 6,000 RPM, and here the heads will help this particular power generation in such a way that with a lower head and a lower voltage, that is the voltage is fixed after certain RPM, but here the heads are low, and in VFD we can control according to the design given by the engineering sector. There is a control panel. In this control panel, the power generated and the power consumed by the motor, both are monitored. The control panel is having a particular connection to the motor and an outgoing connection to the generator also. Thereby, the control panel will help us in monitoring the input and the output. So this is a timer belt. This belt is connecting the series of flywheels. So this belt will be having the capacity to rotate this particular flywheel from 3,000 to 6,000 RPM. It depends on the design of the belt. So here when we are using this particular belt, we should take so many precautions for not having a slip in the rotation. Thereby when the slip is there, then the flywheel will not give you the maximum output. Thereby we should use the timer belt. The timer belt will give this particular rotation a healthy RPM. The flywheel, the pulley to the flywheel should be to the outer shaft. The shaft should be here. The pulley should be mounted to this particular shaft. Thereby the pulley, what we are using, a bigger pulley can become a smaller pulley. Thereby the losses in this particular pulley can be curtailed. This motor is having the particular capacity to rotate this particular flywheel through the pulley. But this particular design is having a flaw, because this is having a negative engineering effect, because the more the belts, the more the efficiency is coming down. So thereby what we are planning in this particular sector to get the design improved is, the motor will be here, the gearbox will be here attached by the flange, the gearbox output shaft will be having the flywheel, the flywheel will be having a particular flywheel next to it in a parallel way, and then the alternator is connected. So in this way the design should be made, but not in this way. This way you are having lot of flaws, because the pulleys are eating away maximum torque which is generated by the flywheel, thereby to lose this particular torque, that is to make this torque additional to the flywheel generation, then the design should be in the parallel way, but not in this particular sector. So this one should understand. So we are making this particular flywheel. Why we are making this? We want to study the negative engineering. Once you study the negative engineering, then the positive engineering will automatically give you good results. As of today, we are having lot of good result in this particular sector. We are generating more energy than the input. If the input is 17 amps, the output is 28 amps. So in this way, the negative engineering is giving us the help to know exactly what the design should be made like, because in the negative engineering the bad points are recognized and then the improvements are made in such a way that the efficiency of the flywheel RPM is giving the better result for more power generation. Hello, this is the motor which is used to rotate this particular flywheel. This motor capacity is 20 kilowatt. The 20 kilowatt motor is connected to a particular flywheel. This flywheel is 5 tons in weight. This is the drive. This drive flywheel is connected to the driven flywheel. The driven flywheel is 3 tons. It is a 3-ton flywheel. This is driven. This is called the driven flywheel. That is a 5-ton flywheel. The 5-ton flywheel is connected to the 3-ton flywheel. The 5-ton flywheel is connected to the 20 kilowatt motor. The 20 kilowatt motor will be rotating the 5-ton. The 5-ton will be rotating the 3-ton. Thereby, the train is formed. The gear train is having so much of efficiency. The 20 kilowatt motor is used to rotate 8 tons of flywheel. This is the generator connected to the driven flywheel. The driven flywheel is rotating the generator. Here the generator will be in a position to rotate at 1000 RPM. This is rotating at 2000 RPM. Both the flywheels are rotating at 2000 RPM. This generator is rotating at 1000 RPM. So in this way, the ampere consumption to this particular thing is 28 amps are generated every hour, and the amps consumed by the motor are 15 amps. So in this way, we are generating more amps than the consumption, that is input amp. If it is 15, the output amp is 28. Well, we are very grateful to you for watching this particular video, and we give you our heartfelt thanks to you. In this way, myself, Chaganti Bala and Chaganti Arjun, we three are the designers for this particular flywheel design generation. So from our 3 people, we are giving you our heartfelt thanks, and accept our heartfelt thanks and bless us.